What's good, George? Your boy Brian Keefe, and I'm back with part two. Queens from Queens. Queens from Queens. You know, it's crazy, right? You know where? I'm talking to the gentleman, especially on this one. You know, when you had your first taste of your red pill and the kind of women or woman that you think will suit you best, you might even call her high value. You might even call her high value. When we was teenagers, I'm a kid from the Bronx. When we was, and this could go in any major metropolitan city. If you remember a house party, and you had Shireen, and I can't remember Tisha Campbell's character's name, but Tisha Campbell's character was from the suburbs. She had two parents. Looked like they was pretty well-to-do, probably upper middle class. And then you had Shireen, Tashina Arnold, where she lived in a house full of people in the projects. I don't even know if they had a mother and father. I know they had an uncle. She had a bunch of people, Kool-Aid, a lot of sugar. Now, when I was young growing up, right, teenagers especially, a lot of stuff was done in the hood, as they say. But the prize at that age especially was a girl who was most likely from the suburbs or decent neighborhoods like in Queens, Long Island, up north out of the 5 boroughs in Westchester. A girl who's, like I said, who lives in a good zip code, most likely in a private house, has a mother and father in the house. Chances are she's in her late teens. She already has a car. You know, we already knew that those kind of women were high value, as they say. And this is early on, not talking this red pill stuff or manosphere stuff. It's just instinctively knowing where the quality girl was and where she came from and what cloth she would have had to been cut from. You understand what I'm saying? So that was like your first taste of a red pill and finding quality. You know, when you came to selecting your other half or finding a partner, or knowing that if you were going to spend time and money on a young lady, and you want to get the most value out of your money, you knew where to find her. You knew where she would be. You knew what she would look like. You knew how she would present herself. You knew how she would act. If you just wanted a good time and a hell of a party, and at the time it wasn't ratchetness, but I don't even think they call it ghetto at the time. But if you just wanted an all-out whatever, you kept it in the hood. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know what happened between then and being older, but I think we still have to get back to that mentality of doing that in the background check. See how she is with her family. See how she is with her parents. As a father in her life, what kind of relationship she has with her father. What kind of relationship, what kind of mother does she have? But chances are she's going to be a chip off the old block as far as a mother is concerned. You know what I mean? It's going to be a repeat performance. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, just, you know, Queens from Queens, here in the 5 boroughs of New York City. When you're coming up in the 5 boroughs, most of the time when you start looking for quality chicks and chicks that you will probably bring back to the hood and show off, chances are you will start in Queens, because that is the closest to you as far as quality goes. And then once you start getting your car, then you start venturing out into Long Island, start venturing out into Westchester and places like that, you know, where the girls have come from a 2-parent home, and you have and they live in private houses, have property, manicured lawns, and all that wonderful good stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know what happened and how we lost it between then and now, but We got to get back to that. Well, not even got to get back to it. We just can't forget that. We just can't forget that. You understand what I'm saying? So, if you think back and remember that, especially my people out here in New York and the 5 boroughs, y'all remember those days when we wanted the quality chicks that we found them up north, or we found them out in Queens and Long Island. Like I said, it's just part of your in the background check. It was instinct at the time. It was instinct. But as we got older, started getting money, started getting wild and free, it all flipped and turned on us. And now we got a bunch of baby mamas and disgruntled women. So let's get back to the basics, what we knew instinctively. What kind of cloth are they cut from, y'all? All right? And most of the time for us in the 5 boroughs, it was a queen from Queens. All right? I see, just like coming to America. All right? It's your boy Cappuccino. Well, as they would say in the 5 boroughs, they call me Cappuccino. But it's your boy Brian O'Keefe, and I'm going to see you on the next one, man. Peace.